was, trying to put together some kind of a training facility with the equipment we had in there at the time. And it was, believe me, it was a mess. And so I sit down, I'm throwing things out in the hallway, we're trying to put the room together. It takes me a couple, 3 days. And after I get done with that, I sit down and put together a list of some small things that I thought we needed in our weight room, like bars and plates and things like that. And I go upstairs to the business office. I said, yeah, I want to talk to you about buying some equipment. And they look at me, well, didn't anybody tell you? Tell me what? Oh, you don't have a budget. So, all right. So a good thing I had a couple credit cards. And I maxed those out. It took me 10 years to pay them off. But anyway, by '89, I had a budget. The next year I had a very small budget. And slowly but surely over the next 3 years, I was able to put together what was some kind of a functional facility for our players in training. And from 1988 to 1995, I really believe that we accomplished more with less than probably any football team in the country. And I don't think anybody that came through the program at that time would argue with me. I got to be, during that time, that period of time, about 1992, 93, I forget the exact date, I had a conversation with Coach Laycock. You may not remember this, but I was really somewhat frustrated with everything. And he gave me some advice that stuck with me ever since. And he said, you got to work at it to make a good job. And I tried to adhere to that advice from that time all the way up till now. But by the spring of '95, I was really at my wit's end. I mean, we had a 2,000 square foot facility, 500 athletes, and 1 coach. And I really was out of ideas on how to train, get all these kids in and get them done in a timely fashion. So what I did was I set up a meeting with John Randolph. And this was Thursday before spring break. And what my proposal was I was going to ask him for the auxiliary gym, $5,000, so I could get some additional equipment and put it in there along with our existing equipment. So I get in his office, I sit down and present my case, and he's looking at me like I'm absolutely out of my mind. He goes, you want how much money? $5,000. Again, I explained to him why I needed it. And he's looking at me, you gotta be kidding me. But I said, we gotta do this. I said, we have to have more space. He goes, all right. He goes, let me ask you a question. And he proceeds to tell me, he goes, I got a guy who wants to build a weight room for us. See, that whole time he was just messing with me. He goes, I got a guy who wants to build a weight room for us. And he threw out a dollar figure there. What did you do with that? I said, what? I said, are you crazy? I said, I can do a lot with that. I really about fell out of my chair. And he goes, what I need from you is a floor plan of how you would set it up. I need it by Wednesday. I said, you got it. So I stayed here over break, put it together, got it to him. He went across campus, met with everybody, comes back and told me we got it. And that was the start of the Joseph Montgomery Strength Training Center. So here we are, 15 years down the road, and the thing I'll tell you, and I tell this to recruits when they come in too, we're 15 years in a row now. We've either upgraded the equipment or now, I don't know if you've been down there, we expanded our facility here this past January. Now we're up around 8,000 square feet, so it's one of the top facilities in the country, on the conference for sure. I want to thank Joe again, the administration, and there's a number of you out here as well that have contributed to helping us accomplish that. But ultimately, my goal for the next 3 years is to have one of the top 3 facilities in the country. And I really believe we can accomplish that with everybody's help when the time comes. I'm very proud of what I've had an opportunity to be part of here for the last 22 years. Had a chance to be part of a lot of great teams, and the big thing with me is a chance to work with a lot of great young men who've come through this program. I've developed a lot of special relationships that I still have to this day. And I'm really excited. I can't wait for Saturday to fall. I just absolutely go out of my mind for that. Getting out there and watching our guys go on Cary Field. It's really something I work for all year long as well as they. In closing, I'd like to thank my mom and dad who weren't able to be here tonight. You know, they've supported me through my whole career, my whole life. And I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for them. And my brother Scott and his wife Allison, and his young son, my nephew Nick, and his oldest son, my late nephew Ryan, who passed away after a 15-year battle with cancer in '06. And my sister Sauer, who has gone through quite a bit. She's had 2 heart transplants in the last 18 years. And she's taught me the manner of perseverance. You know, I'm going to be honest with you. It's watching how she lives. It's really special. I mean, your family makes you who you are. And I've got a great family. They've supported me, as you said. I don't know where I'd be without them. But in closing, I want to thank everybody for coming out and enjoy the rest of the night. Thank you.
It gives me great pleasure to make this announcement on behalf of President Reevely, Athletic Director Terry Driscoll, Jimmy Laycock, and everybody else connected with William & Mary as a college and the athletic program. Thanks to friends and coaches and former players who have donated over $50,000 in cash and pledges, the college and the athletic department has decided to name the new room that's part of the Montgomery Strength Training Center. It will be the John Sauer Speed and Conditioning Room, and we're delighted to do it.
Thank you all for all that. That's very, very special.